So I rent rooms out in my house. I generally do it with friends or friends of friends. A couple years ago, I had this roommate who was the ex-husband of a friend of mine, and I felt sorry for him, so gave him a discount on rent. He still fell behind, but that's a totally different malicious compliance story. He was the worst roommate I've ever had for many reasons, but for this account, he was pretty much living off of canned food when he wasn't stealing my food, and he used my can opener every day. Well, he broke it, and he came to me and told me that as landlord, I needed to get a new can opener. Before I get to the malicious compliance, let me add, he was very proud of his Harvard PhD. He didn't use it in his minimum wage job, but he never avoided an opportunity to remind me that my PhD was from a state school and his was from Harvard. Note, I was working in the career that used my PhD knowledge, and the program I went to has several Nobel laureates, and I've worked with some of them. My roommate was pretty much a failure in life and had slipped into leeching off others to survive. He had no marketable skills. Anyway, the malicious compliance, I bought a new can opener, but I got one that is really tricky to use. It basically works like an electric can opener but is manual. I knew there was no way this incompetent roommate would be able to figure out how to use it. And he couldn't. I'd find mangled cans in the garbage, not even recycling. He came to me and asked how to use the can opener. My response? A guy with a Harvard degree should certainly be able to figure that out on his own, if a guy like me can. Top comment reads, if a guy with a Harvard PhD couldn't figure out how to use a can opener, maybe he should stick to opening cans with a spoon, or at least ask for help before bragging about his degree. What's next? Solving world hunger with a paperclip? Someone replied, some people get degrees because passing tests is all they are good at. Another remarked, really freak him out with a P38. I had one of these when I was in the army and could open a can in a snap. But if you didn't know the knack, you were screwed. Someone said, how do you know when someone's gone to Harvard? Don't worry, they'll tell you. Another comment, you were waiting, just waiting to be able to say that. Bravo, OP replied. I won't rant about the details, but this guy was driving me slowly insane. I finally evicted him, sort of. I found him another place to live. Last I heard is that he was homeless. I do not need to rent out any rooms. I do it out of kindness. I way undercharge on rent, and just prefer to not live alone.